Hi boys and girls, today we're going to learn about Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol is from my hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he was a very famous pop artist, and he was a printmaker and a photographer. Andy Warhol was one of the first and most famous pop artists of all time. Pop art is a style of art based on simple, bold images of everyday items, such as a soup can, which is painted in a bright color. Pop artists created pictures of consumer product labels and packaging, photos of celebrities, comic strips, and animals. Pop art can be found on lots of things that you see every day. On this slide, I gave you some examples of where you may have seen pop art and not even realize that you were looking at it. You'll see on here I added a candy wrapper. You can find it on movie posters, comic strips, soup can labels, and even fast food advertisements. Which leads us into our next project, Pop Art Words. Our learning goal for this project is we're going to produce a work of art through drawing that utilizes value and expressive movement. Our learning target are we can use visual texture in our art, and we're going to do that by showing lots of different patterns and designs, and I can create artwork inspired by other artists, our artist being Andy Warhol and his pop art style. Some of the materials listed for this project are optional, but the materials that you will need is you will need a piece of paper or something to draw on. You will need something to draw with. I recommend a pencil in case you make a mistake, then you can use your eraser to erase it. Markers are optional, crayons are optional, paint is optional, pastels are optional, and colored pencils are optional. I always encourage you to add color to your pictures, but if you do not have those materials, you do not have to worry about it. I will be uploading to the Files tab and attaching a pop art choice worksheet. You're going to choose a comic bubble that we're going to enter in our word. You're going to choose a pop art word from the list, and you're also going to choose a pattern for the background behind your comic bubble where your word is going to go. All right, let's get started. Welcome back, boys and girls. So now we're ready to create our pop art words, and we're going to be putting them into a pop art bubble choice. We're going to choose one bubble, we're going to choose a background pattern, and we're going to choose one word. So the first thing we want to do is we want to choose one of the words. And remember, this file will be uploaded into the Files tab so that you can click on it so you can make your choices. So first we're going to choose a word. And each of these words is an action word. And we're keeping it very short and simple because right now we're just going to be practicing putting that inside one of our comic bubbles so that we can create it to make it look like pop art. So I'm going to stick with something very simple, and I'm going to choose pop. So I'm going to make the word pop. So that's going to be my word choice. Then I'm going to choose a word bubble choice, and I think I'm going to stick with, let's see, I'll do this square one. So this is the choice that I'm going to choose for my word pop. So my word pop is going to go in here, and then my background, so behind my comic bubble, I'm going to choose zigzags. So right now I've got my word pop, my square, and I'm going to choose the zigzags. I'm going to put this aside so that I can do my drawing and show you, but you're going to make your choices and do your drawings whenever it is your time to start. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to make my bubble choice. So the first thing that I want to make sure that I draw is I'm going to draw my bubble. So I'm going to take up the whole space of my page, and I'm going to draw my speech bubble. And you can draw your speech bubble. If you want to change it up just a little bit, you can. I just wanted to give you some ideas to go with to start. So right now I've got my bubble choice drawn. And the next thing that I want to do, just a little spot right here too. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to add the word that I chose, which remember, I chose the word pop. So right now I'm going to write the word pop really big inside here. If you would like to get creative and do bubble letters for your word, you can. If you don't want to use bubble letters, you don't have to, as long as you're taking up a big space inside here, because we don't want it to be too small. We want to take up the big space. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw my word pretty big. And I'm going to make sure that I put the word pop. And I'm making it real big. And again, remember, you do not have to choose the same one that I did. You're going to choose whatever word that you would like to use out of the word bank. And there's 6 choices for each, so you're choosing 1 out of the 6. And one thing that makes pop art, is the big, bold choice of decorations that you use and the choice of colors that you use, so bright colors. And it gives it this like comic book type style. So remember, I chose zigzag for my background choice, so now I'm going to add my zigzag lines across the background. And I want you to make sure that when you are doing this on your own, that you add your background choice to be very big. So we don't want to get itty bitty little zigzag lines or whatever it is that you choose for your pattern choice for the background. We don't want it to be too small. We want to keep it pretty big because remember, we're taking up the space of the paper. So right now I've created my pop art drawing for my pop art word. And now you can go ahead and add color, and you can use whatever you'd like to add color. Take a picture and upload it to me. If you don't have any color, that's fine. You can take a photo and you can upload it just like this. Hope you had fun.